students, and it just it is a great fit for me.
Kyle Weisker is our guest. Kyle, just a couple more questions.
Yes.
You brought him up here earlier. Tell me about Carson and how much he helps you out around campus.
Well, Carson, and it's funny. I just happened to meet him through having lunch with another friend on campus, and I was sharing with Carson about my experience in the past with different sports teams, with basketball and baseball, and Carson seemed to think it was very cool, and he actually helps out with the team here doing I think it's videography, and he said I can talk to Blake for you. We can set something up where you can announce here. We'd love to have that happen. So I said okay, thinking I didn't know what would come of it. He gets up and goes to Blake right away, and talks to him. And talks to the coach, and he comes back over and says, I think I got it set up. We got a meeting with Blake next week. So I have my meeting with Blake, and he said, well, we're good to go.
Blake Watson, the SID, is who you're talking about. Are you going to continue doing the PA every once in a while?
For as long as they want me to do it. I'm honored to do it. I love doing it. It's been such a great experience, and I hope I can do it, for many, many games to come.
I'll tell you what, Kyle, you ever want to come up here at halftime and do the stats for me so I get a little break? Come on up.
Love to do it.
All right. Hey, it's great. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Really am happy to talk to you. Thank you very much for stopping up.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
Kyle Weisker joining us here at halftime. We'll be back with more right after this.
Everyone loves pizza. But when people who love to serve their family recipes come together with people who really love to enjoy them, that's when the magic happens. That's the recipe for happy. Now, who's hungry? La Rosa's Family Pizzeria. The recipe for happy.
Order La Rosa's Pizza now at 347-1111.
What is power? It's loyalty to the game. Power inspires. Power unifies. Power never quits. Power makes the impossible possible in rising to the top. We are the Americans, and we are power.
This Mount St. Joseph basketball broadcast is made possible by J-Tap Sports Bar at 6441 Glenway Avenue, the Mount St. Joseph University, Effin' Good Chicken Tenders. Call now to order at 513-451-3000. Jake Sweeney Auto at jakesweeney.com. And La Rosa's Pizza on Rapid Run Road. Call 513-347-1111. Please let these sponsors know you heard their name on Mount St. Joseph broadcast on UltimateSportsTalk.com. Well, that was fun to be able to talk to Kyle Weisker here this afternoon, and just very, very informative. We're about 3 minutes away from the beginning of the second half of action. Gives us an opportunity to take a look at some of the stats that are going on here in this contest. First of all, leading the way for both teams in scoring, and of course I don't have to tell you who in the world that is, and that is definitely the man, the senior forward for the Lions, and that would be Jake Cropper. He has got 20 points in the first half. Mitch Moorhead 10, Brady Thomas 3, and Devin Young has 2. That's it. That's all that have scored for the Lions. Jake Cropper and Mitch Moorhead have combined for 30 of the 35 points that the Lions have here in the first half. The Lions shot 46% from the field, 27% from three-point range, and 75% from the line. As far as Anderson is concerned, they've got more balanced scoring. They're being led by Maurice Knight and Malik Laffoon, each with 7 points. Mike Peters has got 6. Cole Hartman with 4. Stanley Duncan, 3 points tonight. That is 13 points below his season average of 16 a game. And Michael Rogers has got 2 points to combine up to the 29 that the Ravens have here at the half. They shot 52% from the field on 13 of 25, 40% from three-point range on 2 of 5, and 1 of 2 from the line for 50% here today. The Lions in the first half, well, let's see if I can find it here. They grabbed 16 rebounds, to 11 for Anderson. They have dished out 5 assists to only 4 for Anderson. The Lions have also committed just 4 turnovers in the first half compared to 7 for Anderson. But here at the half, your score, it's the Lions 35, the Ravens 29. I'm Dave Mitchell. Second half action is next on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
In a world where cancer is almost a daily part of the news, one cancer isn't heard about enough. Oral cancers are increasing in the U.S., and as in my own case, most people know little about them. Like many, I thought that this was a cancer that impacted much older people who had used tobacco most of their lives. While that's still a problem, the fastest growing segment of the people developing oral cancers are young non-smokers. A very common virus, one responsible for the vast majority of cervical cancers, is now identified as the cause of this rapid rise in oral cancers. Thankfully, in a fast, inexpensive, and painless visual and tactile screening, a medical or dental professional can often identify early-stage disease. So please, the next time you visit your dentist or your medical doctor, ask for this simple screening. Finding oral cancer in its earliest stages may save your life.
Back here at the Harrington Center, 35-29. Lions lead it by 6, and starting out the second half, Anderson has the basketball going from left to right on your computer screen. Duncan has the basketball right of the lane to Hartman. Over on the left-hand side to Knight. Knight into the lane, throws it up with the right hand, got it. Maurice Knight has got 9. Knight's on the floor with Peters, LaFoon, Duncan, and Hartman. The Lions have got Cropper, Young with the basketball right now, over to Mitch Moorhead, hands it off to Rabe, and also Sean Sullivan. Left-hand side, Cropper dribbles to the right side of the lane, now back out to the right wing. Got it out front to Sean Sullivan, bounce pass right of the lane to Mitch Moorhead. Moorhead goes over on the left-hand side to Young, got the ball stripped away by Peters. Peters will bring it the other way, in against Moorhead, lay it up and in. Anderson has scored 4 in a row to open up this second half, and it's 35-33. Lions lead it, and now Toby Kerrigan will use a timeout. 19:02 to go in this ball game. It's now the Lions 35, the Ravens 33. This Mount St. Joseph basketball broadcast is made possible by the Wishbone Tavern on Delhi Avenue. Iron sharpens iron. Call now at 513-383-9773. Sunday's Pub at 8582 Winton Road. Ascent Safety Solutions. Call 513-351-1222. And the Mount St. Joseph University. Please let these sponsors know you heard their name on Mount St. Joseph broadcast on UltimateSportsTalk.com. So the Lions had a 6-point lead, and now it's all of a sudden just 2, 35-33. After Toby Kerrigan's first time out, Lions have the basketball to Devin Young, top of the circle. On the left-hand side to Moorhead, back out front to Young. Young with it, holds it high, used up his dribble, back out to Cropper. Cropper over to Moorhead, back to Cropper, dribbles right of the lane, forces up a shot high off the blank board, got it, and he's fouled. Boy, Kropp is feeling it this afternoon. That's going to be a foul on Maurice Knight. His third and the first against Anderson. Knight will leave the ball game, and checking in will be Michael Rogers. That is 22 points on the afternoon for Jake Cropper. He'll look to complete the three-point play. 37-33 Lions by 4. And Kropp missed it off the side iron, and Peters grabbed the rebound. He'll clear it up the floor to LaFoon, and he'll bring it into the front court. LaFoon with it over on the left-hand side, looks underneath, now gets it back out front to Peters. On the right-hand side to Duncan, bounce pass right of the lane to Hartman. Hartman backs in against Young, into the lane, spins to his right, lays it up with the left hand, good. That's exactly what Hartman did last year to the Lions. And it came to the tune of 22 points in the first meeting. With it is Sullivan, top of the circle to Young, bounce pass to Hartman. Hartman with it on the left-hand side to Devin Young, around a pick by Hartman. Young with it, right of the circle, got the ball knocked free. LaFoon knocked it away, got it ball back. LaFoon all the way up the floor, in against Young, laid it up. Nope, tipped up and in, though, by Rogers. Rogers has got 4, and we are knotted up for the 5th time, first time here in the second half at 37. 17:50 left to go in the ball game. It is a brand new game, folks, from the Harrington Center. With it is Young on the left-hand side to Cropper from three-point range, rattled in and out, nope, and the rebound LaFoon. He'll bring it up the floor on the right-hand side to Rogers, guarded by Young, back out to LaFoon. LaFoon dribbles right of the lane, back over to Rogers, looked underneath, now stops, gets it back out to Duncan on the left-hand side to Peters. Top of the key, LaFoon on the right wing, Rogers. He'll spot up for the 3, all alone, no, and the rebound taken down by Jake Cropper. Cropper get it up the floor to Sullivan into the front court. Sullivan on the right-hand side to Hartman, to Moorhead, excuse me. Now back over to Cropper. Cropper with it. Gets it off to Ray. Back to Moorhead. Top of the circle. Left of the circle now. At the free throw line to Young. To Sullivan. He'll drive left of the lane. Lay it up and in. Sean Sullivan with his first 2 of the ball game. And it's 39-37. Lions back out in front. Hartman right of the lane. Hartman dribbles down in against Moorhead. Spins to his right. Gets it back outside to Peters. Peters with it right baseline. Threw off the defender, Sean Sullivan, and Peters will get hit with the foul. Boy, that wasn't even close. Peters just threw a forearm shiver right into Sullivan and knocked him to the floor. Wes Davidson, who played a lot last year for this team, but is barely getting any playing time this year, is into the ball game, and leaving is Cole Hartman. Davidson, a 6'5" senior. Bringing it up the floor, the Lions have it. Into the front court. And they get the ball to Moorhead. Moorhead with it on the left-hand side to Cropper. Cropper dribbles down to the left baseline, between the legs, dribble left of the lane, and he's going to be bodied up, and a foul is called against Rogers. That is his first personal, and the 3rd against the Ravens as a team. So the Lions will put the ball in play left of their own bucket. Putting in play is Rabe. Rabe looking, trying to find somebody. Now does to Cropper. Right back to Rabe in the left corner. Bounce pass back to Jake on the left baseline. He'll dribble left of the lane, into the lane. Kick it back out to Moorhead. Right corner, all alone for the 3. Nope. And the rebound taken down by Michael Rogers. Rogers clears it up the floor to LaFoon. Back to Peters. Over to LaFoon around a pick. Set by Davidson. LaFoon, right of the lane. He'll force up a shot from 5. Right side, no good. And the rebound was knocked out of bounds by Rogers, and it will go back to the Lions. 15:58 left to go in this ball game. Lions lead it by 2, 39-37. Into the front court, Rabe gets it off to Moorhead, now to Brady Thomas, who just checked in. Gets it off to Sean Sullivan. Sullivan back over to Moorhead. Moorhead hands it off to Thomas. Thomas dribbles right of the lane, stops right of the lane, and he walked with it. It's 5 turnovers in the ball game. Sean Thomas came to a jump stop. Now Cedric Woods is going to come in, and Brady Thomas is going to check out. Turnovers even now at 7 apiece. 39-37, Lions on top of it by 2, but Anderson can tie or take the lead with a 3 here. With it is Peters. Goes right side to Duncan. Duncan, and a foul is going to be called on a hand check. And that is against Sean Sullivan. That is his first. And the first against the Lions as a team with 15.5 left to go in the ballgame. Peters will put it in play. Does so to Duncan. Gets it to Davidson, right of the lane, backing in against Moorhead. He'll put a spin move to the baseline, lay it up and in. Wes Davidson with his first 2. And we're tied up again at 39. Bounce pass to Mitch Moorhead. Moorhead gets it over on the right sideline to Cropper. Cropper has got 22 in the ballgame. Into the lane, laid it up, make it 24. Jake Cropper with 24, 41-39. Lions lead it again. Into the front court comes LaFoon, now to Peters, right of the circle. Top of the key to Duncan. Duncan into the lane, spins into the lane, and he walked with it. Devin Young back into the ballgame. Mitch Moorhead's going to get a breather. Young, Woods, Cropper, Rabe, and Sullivan on the floor for the Mount. Duncan, LaFoon, Peters, Rogers, and Davidson on the floor for Anderson. Into the front court comes Sullivan, off to Woods, now back out front to Rabe. Rabe bounce pass right of the lane. It goes to Young, back over to Rabe. Rabe's going to drive left of the lane, lay it up and in. Well, you don't see Liam take it to the bucket that often, but that time he did, got the bucket because of it. Lions lead it by 4 now, 43-39, and this is what the Lions had to do, hold Anderson to under 60. With it away from the ball, a foul is going to be called. And that's on Sean Sullivan. Away from the ball, Sean caught holding on to LaFoon. That is his second, team second. 14:25 remaining. Duncan will put the ball in play as Anderson will run a 1-4 on the baseline. And they inbound the ball to Davidson into the left corner, back out front to LaFoon. LaFoon tried to get it to Duncan and went right by him, but picked up by Rogers in front of the Anderson bench. Gets it back to LaFoon to the free throw line, backing into the lane, throws up a floater off the glass and rim. Nope. Rebound underneath, and a foul will be called on the rebound. And that's going to be on Wes Davidson of Anderson, his first. And the fourth against Anderson as a team. Into the front court come the Lions. Rabe with it right of the front court. Off to Young, now to Woods. Woods with it. Gets it off to Sullivan. Sullivan on the left-hand side near the sideline. Gets a bounce pass to Young. Young left baseline, dribbles inside the lane. Spins to his right. Lost the handle. Picked it back up. Anderson yelling for a double dribble. 5 on the shot clock. Sullivan's going to drive the lane. He's going to get fouled from behind. Nope, they're going to say Sullivan ran right over the top of Duncan. And that'll be the third on Sean Sullivan. He's picked up 2 quick fouls here in the second half. 43-39. Lions lead it by 4 with 13:43 remaining. Cole Hartman will come in. So will Mitch Moorhead. Leaving is Davidson for Anderson. Leaving is Sean Sullivan for the Lions. 43-39, Lions lead it by 4. Into the front court is LaFoon. LaFoon gets it off on the right-hand side to Duncan, over to Peters. Peters bounce pass inside the arc, down on the right baseline. It goes to Hartman, now left of the lane. Hartman, looked like he walked, no call. Back out to LaFoon, and what do we have? A foul is going to be called away from the ball, way away from the ball, on Stanley Duncan. And it's a technical foul. Not sure what Duncan said to the official, but it is a technical foul against Duncan. And that will send Cedric Woods to the line, shooting the free throw, and he got it. So Woods with his first bucket of the ball game. And now he'll get the second tee. Put that one up, and that one falls too. Cedric Woods with 2. And it's 45-39, Lions by 6. And Anderson will keep the basketball, of course. In college ball, even after a tee, you get to keep the ball if you had it. Duncan will put it in play. It's a spot out. Inbounds it to Hartman. Hartman spins to his right, put it up, no good. Rebound, Devin Young. He gets it up the floor to Cropper into the front court. Crop behind the back dribble to Rabe. Now top of the circle to Young on the left wing to Woods. Woods around a pick by Hartman. Stop and go dribble down to the left wing. Now bounce pass to Hartman. Hartman on the left side. Backing down to the left baseline. Down to the left block. Into the lane. Spins to his right. Put it up off the glass. Missed everything. Rebound taken down by Cole Hartman. Clears it off to LaFoon. Up the floor to Duncan. He'll drive in. Lay it up. No. And a blocking foul is called on Mitch Moorhead. Boy, for some reason this afternoon, I want to call Moorhead Hartman, and I cannot figure out why. That's the 4th foul against the Lions team-wise here in the second half. Going line right is Duncan. Stanley Duncan, 3 points, 1 of 2 from the line, put it up, no good. He had hit 10 in a row, came into the ball game 45 for 48, but now he's missed 2 in a row. That one you could just tell he was going to miss. He tried to guide it the whole way. This one he'll make. Got it. Duncan's got 4. That is what he averaged against the Lions a year ago. 45, 40, 12, 45 remaining in the game. Woods on the right side of the center circle to Cropper. Now back over to Young. Tried to feed a pass to Cropper. Went right by him, but into the hands of Moorhead. Back to Young on the back door to Rabe. Laid it up. Blocked out of the air, and it's going to be a foul, or is it going to be a bucket? It'll be a foul called against LaFoon, and Rabe will go line left. LaFoon picks up his second, and that is 6 fouls on Anderson. So going to the line for the rest of the game will be the Lions, and this time it'll be Liam Rabe, and he missed it. Rabe with 2 points in the ball game, and on the year, that was the first time Liam missed a free throw. And he hit the back iron, bounced it high, and fell through that time. Rabe's got 3 in the ball game, and the Lions lead it by 6 again, 46-40. Peters, top of the circle, gets a pass to Stanley Duncan, right side outside the arc. Now down to Hartman, right of the lane. Hartman into the lane, dribbles with the left hand, puts his shoulder in, and it's going to be an offensive foul on Cole Hartman. He stuck his shoulder right in to Mitch Moorhead and committed the foul. And that is his 3rd. Brady Thomas into the ball game again for the Lions, and leaving is Mitch Moorhead with 12:18 to go. This one has been a good one. Lion women fell earlier this afternoon in overtime by 4 to Anderson. Thomas out near the center circle, now back over to Woods. Woods with it, bounce pass to Young. Young, right of the circle, gets it on the back door to Woods, hooks it over to Rabe, now out to Thomas, left wing 3, no good, and the rebound taken down by LaFoon. He'll bring it up the floor on the break, on the right side to Duncan for 3, spun it in and out, no good, and the smallest man on the floor, Cedric Woods, brought down the rebound. He'll bring it into the front court. On the right side to Thomas, now out front to Cropper, left wing to Rabe. Rabe with it, crossover dribble, down around a pick by Young, back to Young left wing. Young is going to be fouled on the play by Peters. Mike Peters picked up his 3rd personal, and Anderson is already over the limits of going line left will be Devin Young. Young with only 2 points tonight after averaging 19 a game the last 2. Put that one up and in. Devin has got 3, and he'll try to sweep the pair. Young on the year, 72% from the line. Shot that one, got it again. Devin Young with 4, and it's 48-40, Lions by 8, 11.5 remaining. Into the front court, LaFoon off to Peters, left of the circle, now on the right side to Duncan. Right side to Hartman, underneath to Knight, and Knight is going to be fouled right in the lane. And you can hear the Bronx cheers on this side from the Anderson faithful. Foul on Liam Rabe. That is his 1st personal. And that's 5 against the Lions as a team. Peters will leave the ball game, and Rogers is back in. Duncan putting it in play right of his own bucket. Inbounds the ball to Rogers. Back out front to Knight. Now over to LaFoon. Bounce pass tried to go to Hartman. Stolen away by Brady Thomas. Saved it inbounds to Cropper. Cropper gets it into the front court to Rabe. Now over to Young on the back door to Cropper. Back out to Woods. Woods right wing. He'll drive the lane. Kick it out to Thomas all alone. Left wing 3. Missed everything. And the rebound taken down by LaFoon. He'll bring it into the front court. LaFoon up the right-hand side. Gets it off to Rogers. Rogers, right side of the lane. Gets a pass to Hartman. Ball knocked free, but Hartman got it back away from Young. Over to LaFoon. 15 on the shot clock. LaFoon right of the front court. Guarded by Woods. LaFoon around a pick by Hartman. Lost the handle. Back over to Hartman. Right wing. Hartman to the free throw line behind the back dribble. Right of the lane. Spins into the lane. Shot it with the left hand from 10. Good. Hartman has got 8, and it's 48-42. 10:20 to go in the ball game. Thomas into the front court, hands it off to Rabe. Rabe with it between the circles. Rabe tried to get a bounce pass, but has to go on the left-hand side to Thomas. Thomas back out front to Rabe. Rabe with it, drives right of the lane, gets a hook pass to Devin Young in the lane, and he's going to be fouled going up for the shot. And that's going to be on Michael Rogers, his second. 10:04 remaining. 48-42, Lions. Young with 4, shoots the front end, got it. He's got 5. Now LaFoon will leave Wes Davidson in. Ronnie Williams is into the ball game also, and checking out will be Cole Hartman. No games the rest of this week. Don't forget next Saturday at Earlham we'll have the men's and women's doubleheader. Young put it up, no good, spun it in and out. And the rebound taken down by Maurice Knight. He gets it up the floor to Williams into the front court. We're under 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Ronnie Williams on the right side. Crossover dribble. Dribbles down to the right of the lane. Tried to get a pass out front. Stolen away by Young. Young the other way, all the way to the hole. Got the ball knocked away and stolen away by Williams, but he stepped on the baseline and gave it right back to the Lions. Now LaFoon is back in and Ronnie Williams will leave. And Owen Handy giving him quite an earful as he came off the bench, wanting him to slow things down. Now the officials are over to the scorer's table, talking things over. And let's see what they decide. Mitch Moorhead will come back into the ballgame, and Devin Young is going to check out. Moorhead in with 10. Young leaves with 5. Putting it in play. Rabe does, and it's knocked away and out of bounds by Wes Davidson. And he went into the third row of the bleachers trying to get that ball. Rabe is going to put it in play right in front of the Mount bench. Rabe will inbound it to Cropper. Bounce pass right of the circle to Moorhead, now top of the key. Mitch, after one dribble, holds the ball up, gets it back out front to Woods. Woods with it near the center circle, 9.5 remaining to go in the ballgame. Woods dribbles in, he's going to take it all the way to the hole, got the ball knocked free, and it's taken off the floor by Duncan. Duncan off to LaFoon, up the floor to Rogers. Rogers down to the right baseline, gets a baseball pass cross court to Knight for the left corner 3, no good, and the rebound taken down by Jake Cropper. Well, Anderson has gone cold from the field. They're shooting just 51% after shooting 53 in the first half. Right side is Rabe, top of the key Cropper. Cropper, top of the key, bounce pass to Moorhead, got the ball knocked off his leg, but right back to Cropper. And now a timeout is going to be taken by Toby Kerrigan as Jake Cropper grabbed that ball off the floor. 8:53 left to go in the ball game. Timeout on the floor by the Lions. It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take one. Also your score. It's the Lions 49 and the Ravens 42.
You want to advance your career through education, but you have a busy family and work schedule. Mount St. Joseph can help. The Mounts School of Business offers an MBA program on Saturday mornings where you can earn your master's degree in 2 years. Courses are led by faculty who are experts in their areas and taken one at a time, and the GMAT is not required for admission. Classes every Saturday can make a huge difference in your life and your career. Learn more about the Saturday MBA program. Visit msj.edu/MBA.
People just love the quality from Effin' Good Chicken Tenders on 5102 Crookshank Road in Cincinnati. They use fresh chicken, and it's always hand-breaded with homemade sauces daily. And order the coleslaw. You won't regret it. Ordering out is easy at Effin' Good Chicken Tenders. Order dinner on Facebook right now or call 451-3000. At Effin' Good Chicken Tenders, order up a combo, feed the family, or your sudden drop-in guests. Effin' Good Chicken Tenders, located at 5102 Crookshank Road. Order at 451-3000. Effin' Good Chicken Tenders. Real chicken, real fast, real good.
8:53 remaining to go in the ball game here from the Harrington Center. Both these teams looking to go 2-1 in the conference season so far. And the Lions right now with the advantage, 49-42. Liam Rabe out on the floor with Moorhead, Young, Sullivan, and Cropper. Knight on the floor with Duncan, Davidson, Peters, and Rogers. Rabe will put the ball in play in the front court. Does to Cropper, top of the key. Dribbles right side. Now into the lane. Cropper tried to force it up, and he's going to be tied up. And the foul will go back to the Lions. Now check that. Not a foul. The jump ball will give it back to the Lions. Excuse me. So the possession arrow pointing towards the Lions. They get the ball. They inbound the ball to Young. Young, left baseline, put it up, hit the side of the backboard. No good. And the rebound taken down by Peters. Gets it up the floor to Duncan and back into the hands of Peters. And Peters now will set up the offense between the circles. Peters with the left hand signals for Duncan to come out and get the ball, and he does. Duncan now dribbles down to the left-hand side. Top of the key to Peters again. Peters all the way into the lane. He'll put it up, blocked from behind by Young. Got it back, put it up and in. Mike Peters has got 8. Boy, he is strong at that guard position. 49-44, Lions by 5. Sullivan, bounce pass left of the circle. It goes to Young. On the bounce pass goes back to Sullivan, and Sullivan walked with it. That's the 8th turnover of the ball game by the Lions, compared to 10 for Anderson. 8 minutes to go in the game. Lions with a 5-point lead. Into the front court is Duncan. Duncan hounded by Cropper on the left-hand side to Peters. He got the pass knocked away, kicked out of bounds by Sean Sullivan. So the shot clock will reset to 20. 7:54 remaining. 49-44 your score. Inbounds pass. And it goes to Peters. Peters around the horn to the right-hand side. Hands it off to Rogers. Now back to Knight, and Knight is going to be hand-checked on the way to the basket. And that'll be the second foul on Devin Young. That is the 6th. So both teams are going to be in the bonus the rest of the game. Duncan inbounds the ball to Knight. Crossover dribble in front of Mitch Moorhead. He'll throw up a shot. Missed it. Hit the bottom of the rim. And the rebound taken down by Devin Young. He'll get it off to Sullivan into the front court. Sullivan will break the 10-second count. Around a pick by Moorhead to the top of the circle. On the right wing, it goes to Cropper. Cropper from the top side to the right side of the lane. Backs it out. Gets it off to Liam Rabe. Bounce pass to Moorhead. Moorhead with it. Tried to get a backdoor pass. Was knocked free. Stolen away by Knight. Knight will bring it the other way into the front court. Stops left of the lane. Throws up a floater from 5. Good. Maurice Knight has got 11. He's the first man to hit double figures tonight for Anderson. And it's 49-46, under 7 minutes left in the game. Bounce pass. Young, right of the circle. Young looks underneath, back out front to Cropper. He's going to drive right of the lane, lay it up. Good! Jake Cropper's got 26 in the ball game. And the Lions lead it by 5 again, 51-46. Bringing it the other way, Duncan, and an offensive foul is called against Peters. Peters came down, handed the ball off to Duncan, then set an illegal screen. And that will be the 4th foul against Peters. And that's going to put Anderson over the limit of 10. Coming the other way is Rabe. Rabe gets it down baseline right to Moorhead. Shot an air ball. And the rebound pulled out of the air by Duncan. Duncan will get it up the floor to Malik Laffoon. Laffoon dribbles right side. Hands it off to Duncan. Now left of the lane. Down on the baseline to Hartman. Hartman back out front. Goes to Knight. Knight got it back out to Laffoon for the 3. Drilled it. Laffoon has got 10 on 2 threes, and we're under 6 minutes to go, and it's a 2-point game. 51-49. On the left-hand side is Rabe. Rabe with it, gets it underneath the Young. Young was all alone, more than he knew. Threw up a shot, and he's going to walk with the basketball. Young did not realize he was that wide open. 51-49, the turnover. 9th of the night against the Lions. Gives it back to Anderson. Laffoon the other way.
to the top of the circle, now backs it out front. LaFoon gets it off on the right-hand side to Duncan, now back over to Knight. Bounce pass to Hartman. Hartman with it, backing in, top of the key to Knight for three, got it. And Anderson has just taken the lead. Knight with 14, first time today that Anderson has had the lead. Timeout, Mount. 5:13 to go in the ball game. Your score from the Harrington Center, it's the Ravens 52, the Lions 51.
16-9.
Yes, 16-9.
It's Rocktoberfest at Jake Swinney Jeep, Tri-County.
During Jeep Adventure Days, get a new Compass Sport as low as 16.9.
Only at Jake Swinney Jeep, Tri-County.
JakeSwinney.com.
Every day is a great day at the Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza. The Wishbone Tavern still serves the best wings and burgers in town, but now they offer brunch on Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. And for your next event, use the Wishbone Tavern's party room, capable of holding up to 60 people. Contact Nicole for a reservation. With a menu full of fresh ingredients, hand-breaded appetizers, and a relaxed family-type atmosphere, your good time will begin when you walk in the door. The Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza, a proud member of the community. Open Monday through Friday at 11, Saturday and Sunday at 10.
Well, this was the first time that the Ravens have seen the upside of the scoreboard today. They lead it by one, 52-51 with 5:13 remaining to go in this ball game. Lions being led by Jake Cropper. He's got 26. Mitch Moorhead has got 10, but he has not scored here in the second half. Anderson being led by Maurice Knight. He's got 14 in the ball game. And then comes Malik LaFoon with 10. Ray, Moorhead, Cropper, Sullivan, and Young on the floor for the Lions. Duncan is out on the floor with Rogers, LaFoon, and Hartman. And the pass is knocked away and stolen away by Knight. Knight with 5 minutes exactly to go in the ballgame. Bounce pass on the right-hand side. And it goes to Rogers. Rogers off to Duncan. Left baseline. It is Knight, and it's going to be an offensive foul called against Maurice Knight. So the foul against Knight, he'll have to leave on. That's his fourth. Checking back in is Peters. 52-51 Anderson. Moorhead with it off to Cropper. Bounce pass on the right side to Young. Young with it. Stops. Cross court to the left corner. It goes to Moorhead. Back out front to the left wing to Rabe. Off on the right-hand side to Sullivan now. Sullivan gets a pass into the left corner to Moorhead. Pump fake. Steps inside the arc from 12. Moorhead. No good. And the rebound taken down by Michael Rogers. He's got 4 rebounds, 3 in the half. With it is Peters. Peters picks up the dribble, gets it off on the right side. Now back out front to LaFoon. LaFoon is going to drive the lane, lay it up and in. LaFoon with 12, and the Lions just appear to be running out of gas. With it is Rabe off to Cropper. Cropper on the right side of the circle. It goes to Moorhead. Moorhead looking underneath, picks up the dribble, places the dribble down off to Cropper from 17 right wing, around the rim and in. Cropper has 28, and it's 54-53. Lions have regained the lead. Duncan the other way. Duncan right in the lane to the free throw line, and he's going to be fouled on the play. And the scorer's table is screaming that it's a 1-and-1 situation, and it will be. That is the 7th team foul against the Lions, and that's also the 2nd foul against Jake Cropper. 54-53. Anderson with the lead, make it 55-53. As Duncan is slowly coming out of his free throw doldrums. Second one by Duncan, line right. That one is good again. He has got 6 on 3 for, I'll check that. 4 for 6 from the line. Handoff Cropper, top of the key. Goes to Moorhead. Moorhead with a couple of dribbles. Wow, there's a knee. Gets it back over on the left-hand side to Young. Bounce pass to Moorhead. Moorhead with 3:10 remaining to go in the ballgame. Moorhead backing down against Hartman. Spins to his left on the baseline. Put it up off the glass. Got it. That's 12 for Moorhead. Timeout, Anderson. It'll be a 30. 3:02 to go in the ball game. Your score now, it's the Ravens 56, the Lions 55.
Stay up to date with all your sports information on UltimateSportsTalk.com. Mount St. Joseph University and Roger Bacon High School sports. Talk about the Cincinnati Reds and Cleveland Indians on the Ohio Baseball Weekly Show every Monday night at 9 during the baseball season. Minute-by-minute scores, opinion articles, stories from the pros, college, and high school levels, including the WWE, MMA, and UFC. Increase your workout level and tickets to any sporting event, all in one spot. Check out UltimateSportsTalk.com every day for your sports fix.
Well, I stand corrected. The Lions took that 30-second timeout, so they will be left with no 30s and 2 fulls. Anderson has got 4 timeouts remaining, 1 30 and 3 60s. 3 minutes and 2 seconds left to go in this one from the Harrington Center. Next week we'll be in Earlham in Richmond, Indiana. Game time will be at 3 o'clock with the women's game pregame show. We get underway at 2:30. Duncan gets a bounce pass, left-hand side to Peters, hands it off on the left-hand side, and it goes to LaFoon. Put up the shot, nope, and the rebound taken down by Sean Sullivan. Big defensive stand by the Lions there. With it, Cropper. Right of the circle, it goes to Moorhead. Back over to Rabe. Rabe with it, top of the circle to Cropper. Cropper step back, look for the 3. Gets it back off to Devin Young. There's still 10 on the shot clock. Moorhead gets it back over to Cropper. Cropper looking just to clear it. Cropper, crossover dribble into the lane. Threw it up off the glass rim, nope. And the rebound taken down by Rogers. Rogers gets it off to LaFoon into the front court. 2:10 remaining to go in the ball game. LaFoon, handoff to Duncan on the left-hand side. Again, it goes to Peters. Peters lost the handle, bounced it on the baseline and out of bounds. Now coming in is that man again, Maurice Knight. He's got 14 on 2 threes. He's got 4 personal fouls. Keep that in mind. Sullivan will bring it the other way down by a point. We're under 2 minutes to go in the ballgame. With it is Cropper. Between the circles, off on the right side of the lane, it goes to Moorhead. Back over to Cropper, left wing, 3. No good. Rebound taken down by Cole Hartman. Boy, Jake had a good look at it. Just a tad bit long. 56-55. Lions down by a point. Left wing, it goes to Knight. Knight, bounce pass, left of the lane, it goes to Hartman. Hartman is backing in out front. Now stops on the left-hand side. He's going to shoot the long 3. No good. Taken by Hartman. Rebound pulled down by Young. Ball loose on the floor. Ball still loose. Knight and Rabe. We've got a jump ball, and it will go back to Anderson. 1:20 left. Shot clock will remain at 26. It is 56-55, Lions by a point, as the officials are going to come over and confer near the scorer's table. And let's see what happens here. The officials still talking it over. Now they'll walk away, and we've got a timeout taken by Anderson. They had 4 remaining up till then. They'll have 3 left when we come back. 1:20 to go in the ball game. It's a 1-point Ravens lead at 56-55.
Everyone loves pizza. But when people who love to serve their family recipes come together with people who really love to enjoy them, that's when the magic happens. That's the recipe for happy. Now, who's hungry? La Rosa's Family Pizzeria. The recipe for happy.
Order La Rosa's Pizza now at 347-1111. Ascent Safety Solutions focuses on preventing injuries before they happen. Ascent partners with employers to create a strong safety culture through ongoing safety evaluations, writing and implementing safety policies and procedures, and OSHA-compliant training. Having challenges on the job site, Ascent provides job site inspections, along with temporary and full-time on-site safety staffing across the nation. Ascent Safety Solutions. Together, we can improve lives and reduce claim costs at the same time. Call Tommy Watkins at 513-351-1222.
Well, the jump ball on the alternating arrow gives it back to Anderson. They've got Peters on the floor with Knight, LaFoon, Hartman, and Duncan. And the inbounds pass is made down right of the lane to Hartman. Hartman now dribbles to the left of the lane, threw it up with the left hand, good from 5. Boy, that is a big bucket by Cole Hartman. He's got 10. And it's 58-55, Anderson by 3 with 1:05 to go. Young on the right side to Sullivan. Sullivan with it, bounce pass to Hartman to Moorhead, top of the key. Moorhead gets it over to Sullivan for 3, hit it off the back iron, no. Liam Ridd got the rebound. Ridd gets it back out to Cropper. Cropper now over to Moorhead. 24 in the shot clock, 45 on the game clock. Lions not taking the timeout. Moorhead with it, top of the circle to Sullivan, right side on the back door. It goes to Cropper. Cropper lost the handle, put it up and in though. Cropper has got 30, timeout Lions. 34 seconds to go in the ball game from the Harrington Center. It's now the Ravens 58, the Lions 57.
Every day of the week is a party at J-Tap Sports Bar and Grill at 6441 Glenway Avenue. Start with Saturdays, where J-Taps is your official stop for Mount St. Joe's football before and after the game. On Sunday is the NFL Sunday Ticket. See a different game on every screen. And while you're there, check out the great service while enjoying all the different entrees on the J-Taps menu. It's wing night for Monday Night Football. Tuesday is boneless wing night, and Wednesday stop by for gyro night. It's the place to be. Open every day at 11. J-Tap Sports Bar and Grill at 6441 Glenway Avenue in Cincinnati.
They say that great teams are built on teamwork, unity, and camaraderie. They say that great teams succeed when everyone's voice is heard, when everyone's included. Laugh together, build together, we lift each other up. They say it takes a lot of hard work to be a great team. So we say, let's get to it.
Well, let's get to it here. 34 seconds exactly left to go in the ball game. 58-57. Anderson on top of the Lions. And Anderson will put the ball in play. 4-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And the inbounds pass is going to be made to LaFoon, and LaFoon is going to be fouled by Liam Rabin. The last 32.4 seconds of this appears to be a free throw shooting contest. LaFoon will go line right for the first time today. And he will be shooting 1-1. LaFoon came into the ball game shooting 80% from the line, and he got the first one. He has got 13. Lions down by 2 now, 59-57. Second one by LaFoon is up, got it. LaFoon has got 14. It's a 3-point Anderson lead. Rabe the other way, 30 seconds to go. One timeout left for the Mount. Moorhead out between the circles. Boy, the defensive pressure has picked up for Anderson. Right in the lane goes Sullivan. He's going to take it all the way to the lane, lay it up and in. Sullivan's got 4, 18.3 left. It's a 1-point lead again. Inbounds pass made to LaFoon. LaFoon is going to be fouled by Rabe. And it'll be on LaFoon, or against LaFoon, so he'll go to the line. That is the third foul against Liam Rabe. Mount has got 9 fouls. Everybody for Anderson drops off the line. 16.8 left. LaFoon, line right, shoots it, got it. LaFoon has got 15. He is 3 for 3 from the stripe. Second one, line right. Good again. 16. Now the Lions are going to have to start thinking three-point shot. 16.8 seconds to go. Timeout by Toby Kerrigan in the Mount. Your score, the Ravens 62, the Lions 59.
Life should be enjoyed, so get up and start. At Iron Sharpens Iron Personal Training, they develop a healthy relationship with you and provide a positive, encouraging environment to train. The staff at Iron Sharpens Iron will set up a personal training system that fits you and you alone, and your first session is free. Are you ready to have fun and get in shape? Iron Sharpens Iron serves the greater Cincinnati area. Check them out at isi-pt.com. That's isi-pt.com. Or call them today at 513-748-1538.
Well, correction, the Lions did not take a timeout. Anderson did. 16.8, they used their 30. So they'll have two remaining. 62-59. Lions will have it. Full court pressure put on by Anderson. Rabe is going to put the ball in play. Rabe inbounds it. Sideline right to Sullivan. Into the front court. Now the Lions will use a timeout. So they got the ball across the timeline. Took them 2.6 seconds to do that. Clock now says 14.2. It's a full timeout to the Mount. They're all out of timeouts. Your score here from the Harrington Center, it's Anderson 62, the Lions 59.
Every day is a great day at the Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza. The Wishbone Tavern still serves the best wings and burgers in town, but now they offer brunch on Saturday and Sunday starting at 10 a.m. And for your next event, use the Wishbone Tavern's party room, capable of holding up to 60 people. Contact Nicole for a reservation. With a menu full of fresh ingredients, hand-breaded appetizers, and a relaxed family-type atmosphere, your good time will begin when you walk in the door. The Wishbone Tavern in the Delhi Plaza, a proud member of the community, open Monday through Friday at 11, Saturday and Sunday at 10.
Well, here's the scene setter. 14.2 left to go in the ball game. It's a 3-point Anderson lead, 62-59. Lions have no timeouts left. The Ravens have 2 timeouts left. They are both full. LaFoon, Peters, Hartman, Knight, and Duncan on the floor. Lions have Rabe, Young, Moorhead, Cropper, and Sullivan. Lions need a 3 or a quick 2 and a foul. Rabe will put it in play in the front court and inbounds it, and it's intercepted by Hartman, and he'll be fouled. Well, I'm not sure where that was being thrown to, but Hartman stepped right in front of Cropper and intercepted the pass. So now Hartman will go line right. He's got 2 shots. That is the 10th foul against the Lions. Hartman with 10, he'll shoot 2. Put it up, and it is on the rim. Fell off, no good. There is still life in the Lions. Hartman, line right. Nobody on the lane for Anderson. Shoots it, and he got that one to fall. Bounced around and finally fell in. He's got 11, 4-point lead. Sullivan the other way. Sullivan up the floor. It goes to Cropper. Cropper throws up a 3. Won't go, but he's fouled by Knight. They're going to say it was before the shot. And it will be just 2 shots. And that is the 5th foul on Knight. So he will foul out of the ball game. So Knight fouls out. Cropper will go to the line shooting 2. Jake, 30 points in the ball game. And now the Lions are going to huddle around Toby Kerrigan because Owen Handy is taking his time bringing in a substitution. And it is finally going to be Michael Rogers. 7.3 seconds to go. Crop really has got to hit this first one and then try to miss the second. Puts it up and missed it. Well, the best laid plans of mice and men. Just now, let's see what happens. Now he'll try to sink this one. Put it up, got it. Crop with 31. Full court pressure put on by the Lions. They've got a foul. Inbounds to LaFoon. He got knocked free, but Peters got it back. Peters brings it up all the way. He'll lay it up, and it won't go, but he's fouled. Boy, Peters was out of bounds, inbounding it, and somehow, some way, according to the officials, stepped inbounds and got the pass when it was knocked away from LaFoon. Wow. And Peters will go to the line, shooting 2 with 1.7 seconds left to go. Put it up, got it. Anderson is going to come to town and sweep a doubleheader. Peters with 9, make it 10. As he hits both, and the inbounds pass made to Rabe. Rabe, three-quarter court shot, no good, and that's your ball game. Your final score here this afternoon. It is Anderson 65, the Lions 60. We'll be back to wrap things up from the Harrington Center after these timeouts.
Mount St. Joseph takes the week off before hitting the road next Saturday in Richmond against Earlham. It's a doubleheader for the women and men against the Quakers. This is Dave Mitchell. Join me for all the action of Lions basketball next Saturday with both games from Richmond. We begin with the women at 3 o'clock and the pregame show at 2:30. Then the men tip off afterwards around 5. It's doubleheader Saturday next week at Earlham, and you can hear all the action of Mount St. Joseph basketball starting at 2:30 on UltimateSportsTalk.com.
You want to advance your career through education, but you don't want to disrupt family commitments or a busy work schedule. Mount St. Joseph University can help. The Mounts School of Business offers a Master's of Science degree in organizational leadership with face-to-face classes every third Saturday. The MSOL program is a multidisciplinary master's program that focuses on values-based leadership, helping you develop professional knowledge and skills with courses in organizational leadership and business. Learn more at msj.edu/MSOL.
Well, Anderson comes to town, and they sweep a doubleheader from the Lions here this afternoon in the men's and women's doubleheader action this afternoon. In the first game, Anderson won the women's contest 76-72 in overtime, and in the second contest, they come away with a 65-60 win over the Lions here this afternoon. Let's take a look at the individual stats in this afternoon's ball game. For the Lions in the contest, Jake Cropper, 31 points on 11 of 19 from the field. It's his second best game ever as a Lion. He was 2 of 6 from three-point range, 7 of 11 from the line for 3 rebounds, 2 fouls, 31 points for Jake. 12 points to Mitch Moorhead. Moorhead was 6 of 12 from the field, 0 for 4 from three-point range. He had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 4 fouls. 5 points going to Devin Young. He was 1 of 5 from the field, 0 of 3 from three-point range, 3 of 4 from the line, 6 rebounds, an assist, and 3 fouls. 4 points to Sean Sullivan on 2 of 4 from the field, 0 of 1 from three-point range, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 fouls for Sean. Liam Rabe had 3 points on 1 of 1 from the field, 1 of 2 from the line, 2 rebounds, an assist, and 3 fouls for Rabe in the ballgame. 3 points for Brady Thomas. He has 1 of 4 from three-point range, and he had 3 rebounds. And 2 points going tonight for Cedric Woods. He was 0 of 1 from the field, but 2 of 2 from the line, and he had 2 rebounds in the contest. Malik LaFoon led the way with 16 points in the ballgame for Anderson. Maurice Knight, 14. Mike Peters had 12, and Cole Hartman rounded out the 4 men that scored in double figures for Anderson here today to lead them to the victory. Stanley Duncan had 6. Michael Rogers had 4. Wes Davidson, 2 in the ballgame. So your final score again here this afternoon from the Harrington Center. It was Anderson 65, Mount St. Joseph 60. We'll be back to wrap things up from the Harrington Center right after this final timeout.
Stay up to date with all your sports information on UltimateSportsTalk.com. Mount St. Joseph University and Roger Bacon High School sports. Talk about the Cincinnati Reds and Cleveland Indians on the Ohio Baseball Weekly Show every Monday night at 9 during the baseball season. Minute-by-minute scores, opinion articles, stories from the pros, college, and high school levels, including the WWE, MMA, and UFC. Increase your workout level and tickets to any sporting event, all in one spot. Check out UltimateSportsTalk.com every day for your sports fix.
So the Lions fall to 2-5 overall. They're 1-2 in Heartland Conference play, heading into next week's game at Earlham. That'll be at 5 o'clock next Saturday afternoon. The women play at 3. We'll have both of those games for you coming up on Saturday here on UltimateSportsTalk.com. Anderson now moves to 3-5 overall, and they are 2-1 in the Heartland Conference. Well, a lot of thanks to go out here this afternoon for this one to Mount St. Joseph University President Dr. Williams, Athletic Director Steve Radcliffe, Sports Information Director Blake Edwards, and all of his crew here, Blake Watson, I should say, and all of his crew here at Mount St. Joseph University. To the two coaches, Toby Kerrigan, Joel Scudder, and to Owen Handy. Our thanks to all of the help that we got from Anderson for bringing you this afternoon's ball game. To all of our sponsors, of course, to Greg Mitchell for producing this afternoon's program. Our halftime guest, Kyle Weisker, for being our guest here at halftime. Outstanding individual. But most of all, our thanks go out to you for listening. I'm Dave Mitchell, reminding you once again your final score here today. It was Anderson 65, the Mount St. Joseph Lions 60. Until next Saturday, have a good week, everybody.
You've been listening to an UltimateSportsTalk.com presentation of Mount St. Joseph University basketball. This game has been brought to you by J-Tap Sports Bar at 6441 Glenway Avenue. Effin' Good Chicken Tenders. Call now to order at 513-451-3000. Jake Sweeney Automotive at jakesweeney.com. La Rosa's Pizza on Rapid Run Road. Call now at 513-347-1111. The Wishbone Tavern on Delhi Avenue. Iron sharpens iron. Call now, 513-383-9773. Sunday's Pub at 8582 Winton Road. Ascent Safety Solutions. Call Tommy Watkins at 513-351-1222. And the Mount St. Joseph University. Join us next time for Mount St. Joseph Lions Sports. This has been an UltimateSportsTalk.com internet radio presentation.